Hi, everybody, and welcome to Varsity here in Los Alamos. This afternoon, the Hilltop Boys baseball team will be taking on the Academy High School Chargers, a good old rival of Los Alamos. And this is always a good game, and they're expecting a nice, good game here this afternoon. This is Gene Martinson with Mike Mays, and it should be our pleasure to bring you this ball game this afternoon, and courtesy of the Los Alamos Daily Post and Carol Clark. And so, my good buddy, Mike Mays, you got some preliminary stuff here.
Oh, absolutely, Jim. Beautiful day here at Bomber Field for a ball game. The Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers undefeated so far in the season at 4-0, and they'll be taking on the 4-5 Albuquerque Academy Chargers. The Chargers won 4 of their first 5 to start the season, so they got off to a really hot start, but have lost 4 straight since then to dropped a doubleheader to St. Pius last week, and as well as losing to Farmington and Piedra Vista. Little interesting stat to get things started here, Gene. The Chargers have given up 51 runs on the season in 9 games, and they've scored 81 runs, and I'll explain that in a bit. The Toppers, meanwhile, are 4-0. They have won 2 here at Bomber Field, and they have won 2 on the road as well. They took a doubleheader from Belen to start the season. They've also defeated Sandia Prep, and they went on the road and defeated the Santa Fe High School Demons. So should be a very good game, good test here, early season test for the Toppers. Up first, in the top of the first inning, Ethan Krebs, the center fielder, and he immediately drills one behind second base, and he's on with the base hit, James. 1 pitch, 1 hit. The Toppers starting on the bump, Taylor Drake. He is 1-0 on the season.
Yeah, and like I say, the first pitch, boy, he just put it right over the pitcher and right over second base. And so now we have Henry Mitchell. He's the pitcher, and he is now at the plate for Academy. So they one on, nobody out, and runner on first base. Henry Mitchell on the mound for Henry Mitchell on the backwards. Taylor Drake on the line on the mound for Los Alamos. Catching is Calvin Weimer. So the count right now is ball 1. Okay, that's an easy one, and that's a called strike.
Nice fastball, caught the inside corner there from Drake. 1-1 the count. Just underway here, runner on first at Bomber Field, top of the first inning.
Yeah, for Los Alamos, the infield, they have Blake Simons on first base, and this time there's another hit. Oh, there's a fly ball out into center field. Coming in to make the catch is Ron Terp. So that was an easy one for Ron. He just had to run in a little bit from center field over toward left field, and that makes it 1 out. And now coming to the plate is Alec Pieto, and he is the first baseman for the Chargers.
And he's a tall drink of water, James.
Yeah, he is. He certainly is.
Right-handed batter to face Drake with 1 out, runner on first.
And he fouls this one off. By the way, the coach of the Chargers is Chris Alexander, and the coach of the Alamos is Brian Neal. He's been a coach a long time. He's my buddy Mike Mays. That's his good buddy.
Yeah, we did play baseball together growing up, as did the previous manager and I, Mike Gill. In fact, his Mike Gill's dad was my little league manager.
So around the second on the attempted steal, and they got him. So beautiful. The fastball came in, it picked up, and Calvin Weimer zoomed it up, and he got it over to Johnson Martinez, and Martinez just put the tag on him. So
and that wasn't even close. That was a very, very strong throw from Weimer.
Yeah, it was right on the money, and and was it Johnson that got that, or was that Diego? Anyway, I couldn't see if it was a shortstop or a second base.
That was Jackson Martinez coming over to cover.
Yeah.
And breaking ball inside corner, and Gato can't do anything but look at it, and that is the third out of the inning. So, faced 3 batters. One of them did reach, but was caught stealing. So, no runs, no hits, or 1 hit, for the Chargers. No errors, and nobody left on base. And so we'll be heading into the bottom of the first inning. No score here at Bomber Field. And, boy, Gene, during the baseball season is about as good as it gets weather-wise.
Oh, yeah, it is pretty good weather. I was kind of worried because yesterday was not a good day here in Los Alamos. And also this morning, it was not a great morning. They were predicting, sunny weather and like 60 degrees but who knows, in here at Bomber Field, if it's 10 miles an hour in town, it's usually 30 miles an hour out here.
Yes, that's true. Here at Bomber, up here in North Mesa, you get what you get. And, you can pretty well count on it being breezy and quite a bit cooler than in town.
Yeah, so Henry Mitchell is on the mound for Academy, and behind the plate is Ryan Pullen. And the first batters for Los Alamos coming up, we'll start things off with Diego Rodriguez. He is the shortstop. Blake Simons, he is the first baseman, and Grant Watkins, the third baseman. So that'll be the first 3 batters that we'll face. Henry Mitchell. Let's see, we don't need too much about these guys, except that Henry Mitchell is a junior. We've got a lot of juniors on this team.
Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit of juniors for the Toppers, but off to a good start here for the Toppers. Like I said, 4-0.
So Diego Rodriguez, the shortstop for Los Alamos, steps up to the plate, and we're ready to go. And here comes the first pitch from Henry Mitchell. Mitchell's a big kid. And that one's low. I thought for a minute, the way their umpire stood up, I thought he was going to give us the old Leslie move. There's a called strike.
Hard fastball there on the outer half of the plate. 1-1 the count to Rodriguez.
Yeah, he just zoomed that thing in there. I don't even think I could have hit that one. This one's in the dirt. This one's in the dirt in front of the plate. So that's going to make it 2-1. The leadoff batter for Los Alamos, and Blake Simons is on deck. And Grant Watkins standing in the hole. And if they all get on, then we're going to see Gus Yeager come to the plate.
Another fastball. That one kind of down Broadway, Gene, but Rodriguez swinging over it. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, so he throws one ball way, way low, and then the next one comes right down Broadway. This one's low again. So every odd pitch that he's thrown has been almost in the dirt. And then he comes back with the even pitches and the 2 and 4 and zings them in. So we'll see what happens here. And it looked like a mighty good pitch, but he draws the walk.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get rung up there. Pretty good pitch. It looked like it was right at the knees, but umpire does not agree, and so Rodriguez is on the base on balls, and nobody out here. Bottom of the first at bat for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Blake Simons at the plate. He's the first baseman, so the Hilltoppers will run around first. That was a called strike.
So mostly fastballs so far from Mitchell. I haven't really seen any crazy stuff from him so far.
No, he's just zinging them in as fast literally as fast as he can. They're just coming right down the pike. There's another one. This is high, but Simons goes for it. And anyway, he's done. So he goes down, swinging at least.
Yeah, that went up by the letters, actually, but Simons could not lay off, so 1 down for Los Alamos.
Left-handed batter now, the third baseman, Grant Watkins, and fouls this one off. So that'll make it strike one. It's just turning out to be a pretty nice day here, Mike.
Yeah, it really is. Sun shining. Yeah, and like you said, it was a little bit dicey this morning. With we got some decent rain here in Los Alamos, or at least in my house we did, and yesterday, and looked like it might do that again. So I was a little concerned if we were going to get this one off, but everything cleared up. Not bad at all.
Yeah, John McHale sent me a text this morning. Is he all set for theirs? That one looked like it was right at the knees, but it's called a ball, so it makes it 1-1. John McHale sent me a text. Are you ready for Los Alamos baseball and ball 2? And I said, yeah, I guess. I was looking outside. Nothing but the trees waving back and forth and the overcast sky. And there's a high fly ball is going to go out into short left field. And that one's going to...
No, that's caught. Wow, that looked like that was going to drop down there, but coming from the shortstop spot, Mark McNamee, I believe, a freshman, if I'm not mistaken, Gene, and he ran underneath that, had to make a sliding catch right in front of the left fielder, but he makes the grab.
Yeah, they were all converging on the ball, and I didn't think anybody was going to be able to get to it. And the entire time, we had the shortstop, McNamee, just kind of backing up, and I thought it dropped in. At the plate right now is Grant Watkins for Los Alamos.
Big swing there from Watkins on the 0-1 pitch. 0-2 the count, and still from Mitchell, really haven't seen anything other than the heat, and that was... That was about the best pitch he's thrown, and he does not get the call.
Yeah, this is not Grant Watkins. He just flew out. This is Gus Yeager, and Yeager, high fly ball bounding out onto the outfield grass, and backing up is the shortstop. So he just kept backing up. I didn't think he was going to get to it. Got onto the outfield grass, and finally, the ball came down, and that was Martin McEnany again. And as soon as he caught it, he fell down. Or I should say he fell down as he was catching it. So that ends this first inning, Mike, and 0-0 ball game.
That's right, here at Bomber Field. Again, the Chargers coming in with a record of 4 wins and 5 losses. Started off the season like gangbusters. Winning 4 of 5, but hit the skids. Lost a couple to St. Pius, their arch rival. And I got to tell you, Gina, out of all the rivalries in the state that we've seen over the years, that one has probably cooled off more than any other rivalry I think it ever. It's not the same, especially after they parted ways. They used to play in the same district, and it's just not the same anymore.
No, it isn't.
Boy, those were something.
Oh God, they used to raid each other's schools, and I mean, it was serious business.
Pretty serious. My favorite diss chant I've ever heard in New Mexico high school sports. Academy was playing St. Pius in basketball. St. Pius was up late in the fourth quarter, and the chant started to go start the limo. Ouch! That one hurt.
Is that discriminatory? I guess. Okay. So right now we have Jordan Fine at the plate for Academy. He's a left-handed batter, and he's a designated hitter. And he's batting for Satish Riker. And there's a high fly ball way back into center field. Boy, that was clear up against the fence. And backing up and then scooping it in for us almost Ron Terp. So that's the second time in this ball game that they have flown out to Terp.
Number 15, Devin.
And so now we'll have Devin Johnson come to the plate for Los Alamos. And Devin is what is Devin?
He is, well, that's an excellent question.
Where'd he go?
He is, we haven't listed his left field to start the game, but Academy actually had 2 left fielders listed on their starting batting order, so he is at least one of them.
Yeah.
And a high fly ball right to first base. Blake Simon squeezes that one at first base for out number 2.
And so now that'll bring up Dominic Walker. He's also a left-handed hitter. And Dominic is the, for Los Alamos.
So Baca is the third baseman for the Chargers. And batting number 6 here in the order, facing Taylor Drake, has faced a minimum so far and has not gotten all of them out, but he did allow a leadoff single, but that gentleman was thrown out at second trying to steal.
And so there's a foul ball, grounder down the first baseline. That's foul. And so Dominic Walker right now is at the plate. He is the third baseman trying to track all these guys down. The lineup was a little shaky.
It was a little shaky, yes.
So there's a ground ball down to the shortstop, and that is scooped up by Los Alamos by Diego Rodriguez, and over the first for the out. So that makes it 2 up, 2 down, or 3 up, 3 down. That's it. And so
here, Bomber Field after 1.5, still no score. Toppers coming to bat. He in the bottom of the second inning. And wind picking up a little bit, Gene.
Yeah, what a surprise.
I'm stunned. That never happens here.
No.
So due up for the Toppers here in the bottom of the second. That will be Taylor Drake. And he'll be followed by Carson Dixon, the designated hitter, and Logan Capon at the left fielder.
Yeah.
So 5, 6, 7 due up in the batting order for Los Alamos to face Henry Mitchell, who has been, like we were saying, Jamie, he's been throwing hard stuff since, exclusively in that first inning. See if he wants to mix things up here in the second or not. But Taubert's having trouble catching up with that fastball.
Yeah, he walked the first batter, which I thought he actually had struck him out, but the umpire did not agree. And then Blake Simons and Grant Watkins came up, and they all flied out. So anyway, right now it's a Taylor
Drake, and Drake lines one into right field, and that's going to drop in front of the right fielder for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting. Actually pretty good fastball on the outside part of the plate. He goes with it and finds the hole in between first and second. He is aboard. We are going to have a courtesy runner for Mr. Drake, and I have absolutely no idea who that is.
All right, a golden runner.
A golden runner, that's right.
Okay, better than that.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, that is Charles Steinkamp doing the golden running.
And so now at the plate for Los Alamos right now is Carson Dixon, and Carson is the designated hitter. And he's the designated hitter for the
fouls one off down the right side, 1-1 the count.
No, Carson, we were up in Taos, and Carson was he had just come into the ball game. Somebody at Taos, in basketball, somebody decided they would just take it to the hole against Carson, and so he thought they could overpower him, and he just put his shoulder down, ran into Carson. Carson didn't even move. And the Taos guy ended up on the floor, So right now, where are we at, Mike? We got 2-1, 3-1.
3-1 the count. So Mitchell in danger of putting a second runner on board here.
So runner on first already, and that is Taylor Drake. And so now there's a ball that gets through the infield. It's going to go out into left field. And scooped up out there by the left fielder, and he's going to bring it in. So Devin Johnson picks it up, gets it into his shortstop. So right now the hit-up is runners on first and second on a nice little. Are you going to give that a hit, Mike?
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, Mike is tough.
Only because nobody touched it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason.
Hard to get a hit out of Mike, I tell you. So anyway,
calls him like I sees him, Gene.
So now we have Logan Capon at the plate. Runners on first and second, nobody out. So the hit-up was have runners in scoring position, and nobody. Right now it's no outs, 2 runners on. We're in the bottom of the second inning. It's a 0-0 ball game. And the pitch is a called strike. So
that belt high must have just caught the outside corner.
Yeah.
It actually looked like it was tailing away a little bit, but
it certainly did. So this one, same pitch. This is a ball.
Yeah, that pretty much looked exactly like the last one.
So I guess it's all in your perception. But anyway, that's going to be ball 1, strike 1 right now to Capon. Swings and misses. That'll make it 1-2.
And still, I have not seen anything from Mitchell except fastballs.
Yeah, I haven't thrown a curveball yet. Or anything else. This was the high and outside. So that's going to make it 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm waiting for the Ephus pitch. That's what I want to see.
There he took something off of that one.
Yeah.
That looked pretty good, too.
That wasn't a bad pitch.
No, not at all.
Umpire says it ran inside. Full count here.
Yeah. But, boy, he changed the pace on that one. And this is when it's foul tipped. Gets away from the catcher. So the count remains at 3-2. And Mitchell ready. And a swing and miss by Capon.
And that was upstairs. That was ball 3, Gene, or ball 4, rather.
Definitely. So he decides to take a swing at it. And
still not out of the woods yet from Mitchell. Topper still first and second, 1 out. Calvin Weimer, the catcher at the plate, right-handed batter.
So 2 on, 1 run out. This one is going to be a little bit outside. So right now we got Taylor Drake over there on second base, and he got a nice base hit to start things off out into right field, and then Carson Dixon with a nice hit out into left field. There's a high foul ball behind the plate, and
that's gonna hit the ground. Giving chase there was Ryan Pullen, the catcher. Looked like he had a beat on it, and just could not. I don't know if he lost it. He lost it over there, but he looked like he had a shot at it.
Yeah, he just ran out of my view. So anyway, the count right now is 1-1. 1-1. And
a breaking ball there. I think it's the first one we've seen from Mitchell. That one runs inside. So yeah. Mitchell changing things up here a little bit in the second inning.
Yeah, see, because after nothing but fastballs, then he threw the changeup, and then they tried that curveball, and
actually they both missed. Maybe that's why he sticks with the fastball.
They broke, don't fix it, I guess. So it's a oh my golly, Moses, he got him hot. Boy, Weimer, he got smacked. So he was hit by the pitch.
Right in the small of the back, and that was actually, it looked like a breaking ball as well. That was not the heat.
Yeah, well,
This still doesn't feel good. It still had a little zip on it.
Yeah, it's
right in the small of the back, but in any event, that's going to load the bases of 1 out for Ron Terp, the center fielder.
Yeah, and the number 9 batter for Los Alamos. So Ron, this one's going to be a little high and outside. That's so right now, Henry Mitchell in a little bit of trouble. A base hit for Los Alamos would certainly score a couple of runs. There's a foul ball down the right side, base, the first baseline, but he got to make sure he doesn't walk anybody.
No place to put him.
Nope. So here comes the wind, and swing and miss.
High heat. Wow, that might have been the hardest fastball he's thrown so far, Jane.
Yeah, he's got some zing on those things. He's a big kid. There's another zinger, and this is going to be all the way up against the fence. Boy, that's going to bring in everybody. So rounding third base and heading for home right now is Calvin Weimer. So, boy, a triple. Ron Terp with a hard driving triple out into center field and all the way up against the fence.
So I'm sorry, Gene, what actually happened, they held up, they ended up holding up Weimer at third, so I have absolutely no idea. I thought he was going to moonwalk in, but they held him up at third.
And there's another high hit way out into center field, and this one up against the fence. That one actually hits the fence, and so we got a booming double out there by Diego Rodriguez, and so also that Ryan Terp and Ron Terp I'd given him a triple. I'm going to have to change it back now to a double because they held up I don't know why they held Weimer up, but right now the hip-hop is really on the move here. Blake Simons at the plate for Los Alamos, and we just had everybody score. I mean, that double by Diego Rodriguez cleaned the bases. So,
2 straight doubles for the Toppers, right almost the exact same spot in center field. That last one by Rodriguez hitting the base of a fence.
Yeah, it was, a little further, and that one was almost gone, but it did. The other one that came really close to the fence and bounced to the fence. This one actually hit the fence. So, anyway, we going down on strikes right now and that was Blake Simon, so he strikes out, and that's going to bring up Grant Watkins. And Watkins, a left-handed hitter, and he grounded out he flew out to the shortstop the last time he was up. And so there are now 2 outs. That the Hilltoppers brought in 4 runs so far. And they lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. And Grant Watkins, we still have a runner on second base, and that is Diego Rodriguez, who had that booming double. I'm surprised he didn't get a triple out of that.
They held him up, I'm sure.
I don't know why.
They're very conservative on the bases.
Oh, I guess, because Carson Dixon or Calvin Weimer coming around Calvin Weimer coming around third and the ball the count right now is 3-0, and that is to Grant Watkins. So, oh my God, give him a meatball.
Dave, you gave him pretty meaty meatball there, Gene. So,
as a manager, I'd always have a green light on 3-0.
So this will be a foul ball.
Yeah, here it comes.
Oh no! Wow, that's unusual. Then draws the walk. That fastball runs inside on Watkins. I would have put a lot of money on that being a foul ball.
Well, yeah, that's the pattern.
3-0. You watch the best pitch you'll ever see in your life, then you foul off the next one. That's usually how that works.
Yeah, I know. And nobody's nobody's ever challenged us with that. I mean, every time we do a game, that's the way it always is. We don't. I mean, I just go ahead and mark my scorebook ahead of time when it gets to 3-0. But
Yeager with the ground ball. Nice pick up there at third base. Throw across a diamond and got him. Wow, what a play by Dominic Walker at third. I thought Yeager was going to be able to beat that one out, but Walker with a nice play, nice pickup, and then managed to get something on the throw and throws him out at first in this inning.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite a play. It was a hard hit ball down to third base, and he was actually playing a little over to his left, and so there was a hole there between him and third base. He just made a humongous dive and came out, jumped up. I don't know, he hit the ground, came right back up, long throw from third to first, and he catches. And so Gus Yeager thrown out by the third baseman, but not before the Hilltoppers get 4 runs in that inning. So they now lead in this ball game 4-0 as we get ready to go into the top of the third. And once again, I want to remind everybody that this ball game being brought to you by the Los Daily Post and Carol Clark. And we can't thank them enough. And also Matt Limbach, who a Cracker Jack IT guy that, I mean, he tweaks the game. He tweaks this thing up every game.
I don't know how he does it. I mean, if it's a lot more complicated to turn a computer on, it's got me. So
he just sits down in front of the computer, and then it's just get out of his way. And then of course John McHale, our photographer, also heavily involved in getting all this set up. So Mike, what's the situation here coming up?
Well, let's take a look, Gene. Coming up for the Albuquerque Academy Chargers to face Taylor Drake in the top of the third. They will have, I believe, Dominic Walker. That's actually how that works. If you make a good defensive play, you're up. Excuse me. Was it? Is it? No, it's Devon. You know what? I'm sorry. No, it is Baca because their numbers on my 2 rosters don't agree.
Yeah.
And then Dominic Siegel follow him, and then Ryan Pullen, the catcher, due up here in the top of the third inning.
What's his number, by the way?
His number is 9.
Yeah, that's who I had. Dominic Siegel up. Yeah, I had Siegel up to bat. I have Dominic Baca for grounding out.
Let's see. Maybe you're right. No, I'm seeing. Well,
yeah.
Okay, and so anyway, there's a runner on first, whoever that is.
At least it was a Dominic.
It was very likely a Dominic.
Yeah. So he gets the first, and now Ryan Pullum will come to the plate. He's the catcher for the Chargers. There's a curveball thrown there by Taylor Drake and breaks in a little high. So we have a runner on first. Hilltoppers leading this ball game right now 4-0. We're in the top of the third inning. And a beautiful day here, as it turns out. Really worried about the weather out here, but there's a pitch that is way outside. Boy, and Calvin Reimer had to really go after that one. So makes it. But we're in the bottom of the third, and let's see, Ryan Pullen is up. He'll be followed by the shortstop, Mark McEnany. McEnany has, and right now the count is 2-0, and now it's 2-1. But the runner on first is Dominic Siegel, and Mark McEnany, the shortstop, who's has done a pretty good job in the field. He'll be up next.
He made a couple of nice plays in that first inning, matter of fact.
He certainly did. Swing and miss. Okay, now we're looking at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's pulling. And I don't think any in the first inning, Ethan Krebs led things off. And he got a nice base hit, a first pitch of the ball game. Then they decided that Chris Alexander decided that he's fat enough to steal second. But
and it turned out he was not.
I don't know if anybody's going to try to steal now against Calvin Weimer after that throw he came up with.
Yeah, that was an absolute bullet.
The pulling 2-2. There's a curveball right. Boy, that curved right across the plate. I mean, that turned into a meatball. It was coming inside, and then just at the last boy, it just curved right across the plate. And if he had swung at it, he could have. I mean, he could have buried that thing. But anyway,
I think that just completely fooled him. I don't think he was looking breaking ball even a little bit.
So right now at the plate we have Mark McEnany, and let's see, and then he is the number 9 batter. So first pitch to him is a ball. Still a runner on first. And I don't know if they're going to, there's a attempted bunt, and they've got him, well, he takes off down to second, so they were going to try to just move him, bunt him down. I'm not sure why with it. And there's one out, so going to try to get him in a scoring position. So he went out, he missed the bunt. That turned out to be a strike, but the throw down to second base was actually to the left of the base, over toward the third base side. And I guess that's right of the base, depends on how you're looking at it. Anyway, it was toward third base anyway. So anyway, sliding in safe is that time was Dominic Siegel. So runner on second in scoring position here in the top of the third inning. This pitch is going to be high and outside, and the count is 3-1, and one away. The runner on second. It's been an interesting season for Academy, Mike. They started off 4-1. There is a high fly ball out into left field. That's way deep. And coming and getting over there is Logan Capon. He just scoops it in, immediately brings it into the infield, and the runner holds. And of course he had no chance. And so McEnany flies out to center, to left field. So now we're going to move around to the top of the order, and that's going to be Ethan Krebs.
And Krebs led off this game with a first pitch, a line drive base hit back up the middle, but would get thrown out later in the inning, attempting to steal second.
Curveball called strike. So it makes it so runner still in scoring position out there in second base. And Academy down 4-0. And there's a
fly ball into right field, drifting over for the Toppers is Yeager, and he will catch it in right center for out number 3. So that will do it for the Chargers in this top of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left stranded. 4-0 still in favor of Los Alamos as they're coming to bat in the bottom of the third.
Yes, and so batting in the bottom of the third for Los Alamos will be Taylor Drake. He's the pitcher, and the designated hitter, Carson Dixon, and he'll be followed by Logan Capon. But I started to say that we had an interesting season. They started off 4-1, and so they were on a roll, and then they lost their last 4. So they suddenly went from 4-1 to they were 4-1, and all of a sudden they were 4-5.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, dropped a couple to the crosstown rival, the St. Pius Sartans, who, by the way, is Los Alamos' next opponent. That'll be Saturday here at Bomber Field, and they're going to play a doubleheader. And the Sartans playing Moriarty today, and Moriarty is off to a rough start to the season. So, but they are down at Moriarty, and the Sartans 3-0 right now, and their chance they will go to 4-0 by the time they get here on Saturday.
So Taylor Drake, first pitch of the ball, swings at that one. That was going to be a ground ball out into left field, just by the left fielder, and but they still are going to hold. I don't know.
Not taking a whole lot of chances of the base paths today, Gene.
Not exactly a Mississippi gambler, I'm going to say.
And that is the second hit of the game for Taylor Drake. He also had a base hit to lead off the last inning. And he will be golden run for. And I'm fairly certain that's Steinkamp.
Yeah, and so Taylor Drake, he on twice there got a single in that second inning, single now in the third inning, and he came around to score. He probably batted around in that inning, and so Taylor Drake came in to score on that double by Ron Terp.
Oh boy, and a ground ball to the third baseman, Dominic Walker, and he was going to try to start the double play, but threw the throw to second right in the dirt, and Steinkamp is safe. Boy, don't know what happened. I think I just got stuck in his palm or something, Gene. That only went about 20 feet and bounced off the dirt.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you got to let go of the ball when you throw it. So
that helps a lot.
So now up to bat for Los Alamos is Logan Capon. So we have runners on first and second. And so it was a fielder's choice, but it was an error by the third baseman.
Error? Come on, Gene. Oh, and Capon gets plunked. On another breaking ball right in the back. That's second hit batsman for Mitchell, and Brian Pohl and the catcher are going to go out and talk to him, see if they can't settle him down a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting too because that was Logan Capon that got hit, and the next batter was going to be Calvin Weimer, and he got hit the last time he was up.
So I'm sure that's not going through his mind at all.
Especially after he just saw Logan get hit. So the base is loaded now, and the first pitch is a strike now to Calvin. So we have runners all the way around, first, second, and third. Taylor Drake on third, and Logan and Lars Carson Dixon on the second, and Logan Capon on first. And at the plate, Calvin Weimer. He's 1-1, and nobody out, Mike. The same situation they had last time. Boy, there's a nice boy, a beauty. And that one, wow, that's gone. That is gone. Boy, I just was waiting and waiting to see what the left fielder was tearing back there. That ball was just sailing and sailing. It looked like he was going to go, and so I just kept my eye on the left fielder to see what he did. He ran all the way to the fence, and that was it. And so, wow, Colin Weimer with a home run.
And the grand salami.
Yes.
Grand slam home run. Wow. And then no doubt about that one. Just left fielder just kept drifting back, but boy, he got all of that one. It's about I believe about 340 to the fence where it went out. So not a cheap one there at all. So grand slam home run for Calvin Weimer, 8-0 in favor of the Toppers.
Yeah, right now, and at the plate is Ron Terp, the center fielder. You know, it's interesting too because I got on the Google Earth, and they have that measure component that you can use. So, and I measured this whole fence, this whole outfield, and I always thought the left field was further away than right field. Turns out this thing's in a perfect circle. And so, and I did have that at one point. I did have what the distances were. So,
as Ron Terp there, he hits a sharp ground ball, takes a big hop right at Baca. He is unable to corral it, and he is on board with an infield single. So, big Toppers still going, still nobody out here with Terp on first.
Yeah, and so at the plate right now is Diego Rodriguez, and Diego is the shortstop for Los Alamos. So he'll probably put up 4 batters, and every one of them across the plate. And right now we have Ron Terp on first, and Diego Rodriguez at the plate, and nobody out. And right now it's an 8-0 ball game.
Rodriguez last time up, 2-run double out to center field. So Toppers hoping he can pull that off again, and but that will not to be. Rodriguez can't lay off one in the dirt, and so he goes down on strikes.
Yeah, so that's the first out of the. And so then now Blake Simons will come to the plate. He struck out he's been up twice and struck out twice. So the first baseman for Los Alamos, Blake Simons, will be followed by Grant Watkins. They thought they batted around in the last inning, and they might have a good chance to bat around here in this inning, as they lead 8-0 in this ball game. So Blake Simons, this one's in the dirt. There goes the throw down to second. Oh boy, got him. That was easy. That was no problem. Beautiful throw that time by Ryan Pullen. And down to the second baseman, that was Satish Riker. And all he had to do was stand there and wait.
I think Terp thought the ball got away from Pullen, and he took off late, but it did not. And Pullen threw out without any problem.
And so it was a easy play. So anyway, now it's still at the plate is Blake Simons, and this one goes off the foot of the catcher. It was low, so it's kind of 2-2 right now to Blake Simons. Grant Watkins is still on deck, and last time he was walked. But right now, Blake Simons, who struck out twice, is he doesn't want to do that again. And
I'm sure nobody in the dugout will bring that up if he happens to strike out. No, nobody even noticed.
And especially when you got an 8-0 lead.
I want to try to check his swing, and ended up fouled back to the backstop. Actually looked like a pretty good pitch. I don't know if Simon just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, really. So it's right now, it's full count right now. This is low. So he heads down to first base. So right now, the runner's now runner on first as we lost our runner on the steal. And so, we have runner on first. And so Grant Watkins will come up. He is the third baseman for Los Alamos. And he flew out to the shortstop in the first inning and walked the last time he was up. A lot of batters come up here for Los Alamos.
Now it'll be the 8th of the inning. Towers batted around last inning.
Yeah, just barely. They got around 9 batters last time. This is 8 right now. This is fouled off. Count's going to be 1-1. And Gus Yeager, he would be the number 9 batter, and he was the number 9 batter in the last inning. And he ended up grounding out to the third base on a fantastic play from third base by Dominic Walker. But right now, the count is 2-1, and there's 2 outs, but it's an 8-0 ball game. And took something off of that one over the outside corner to a left-handed batter. So a little change of pace there in that one, kind of a slow curveball. There's another one, and same pitch, same place, same result. He called out on strikes. So that will do it. So Hilltoppers put up 8 batters, but they put in 4 more runs, so they now lead 8-0 in this ball game. The Hilltoppers are pouring it on. That's a mercy rule in baseball.
So that will be 10 runs after 5 innings. So still got a little ways to go as we head into the top of the 4th inning for the Chargers, who have a little bit, haven't gotten a whole lot going on so far. Had a couple of runners on. Actually got the leadoff runner on last inning, but couldn't do anything with that. And so it really not for Drake. Been very, very efficient so far. Hasn't thrown a lot of strikes. He's been able to change things up a little bit. Hasn't had gotten a whole lot of trouble. Only one runner even gotten as far as second base at this point. So Drake 1-0 coming into this ball game. By the way, he won the first Topper game of the year. He was the winning pitcher. That was against Belen. Toppers, by the way, it was their 3rd game at home this year, Gene. Toppers have given up have allowed just 5 runs so far this season in 4 games, and they have scored 36 times. So pretty good. I'll take that ratio almost as often as I can get it.
Now, you were talking about before the game started about how many runs the Academy has scored and everything, and there's some ridiculous number, and you were going to tell us all about that.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So huge run total for the Chargers as coming to the plate right now.
Yeah, we have Henry Mitchell. He's the pitcher.
The pitcher, that's right. So 81 runs on this in 9 games so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's about a 9-run average.
Yes.
With roughly 9 runs as Mitchell grounds out to third base. But of those 81 runs, 50 of them, 50 came in 2 ball games.
50 runs in 2 ball games.
The Chargers took on the Grants Pirates in a doubleheader. They ended up splitting that doubleheader. The first game was 2-1. The second game was won by the Chargers by a score, Garden Variety score of 30-8. 3-0-8.
Wow.
The very next game, they played the Moriarty Pintos, who I said a little while ago are struggling. Final score in that ball game, 20-1.
Wow.
So those 2 games have been the vast majority of the Chargers' output so far. 30 runs. I didn't even think.
Yeah, you have to get those 30 runs in 5 innings.
In 5 innings, yeah. So that's
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you just don't see that. But 50 of the 81 runs coming in 2 ball games, and I'm guessing, like I said, 2 5-inning ball games. So.
Yeah. Alex Pieto is at the plate for Academy. He is the first baseman. Henry Mitchell, the pitcher, he grounded out as the ground ball went down to Grant Watkins. Watkins made the throw over to first, over to Blake Simons to catch him. So that was 1 away. And right now, Alex Pieto, the first baseman, he struck out when he came up in the first inning, and it was just essentially 3 up, 3 down. It was Actually, they caught Eighth and Cribs trying to steal. But anyway, right now, Alex Pieto, there's a ground ball and another diving by Dominic. Let's see, they get. I can't believe they got him. Wow, that was Grant Watkins.
Oh no! It was when
What did he say?
they were not able to hold on to the throws.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness! Boy, everything.
Grant Watkins. Yeah, geez, nice
Great play by Watkins. Laid out, nice throw over. Was a little low and just couldn't hang on at first. So he is aboard. Boy, he did just about everything right there. Just could not put him away.
Yeah, I thought they got him for sure. That was once again Grant Watkins diving to the dirt and scooped it up, stood up, made a nice throw to first, and I thought they had him. They got him in time, but like Mike says, they ended up dropping the ball, and I think the official was ready to call him out. In fact, I think he did wave him out, say he was out, and then all of a sudden, like, nope, he's not out.
Just could not hang on, but heck of a play.
So right now at the plate is Jodan Fine. He's a designated hitter, and he flew out to center field the last time he was up. But count is 1-2 right now to Jodan Fine. And a runner on first base, that's Alec Pieto. The count is now at 2-2 here against the designated hitter. And then he'll be followed by the Devin Martinez, Devin Johnson, I'm sorry.
And hard ground ball to first base, can't hang on. And she hit the glove of the first baseman, Blake Simon. He could not corral it in. Scoots into right field, and then going all the way around to third
Number 15,
was Pieto. So first and third here, one out for the Chargers. Hard ground ball. Took a pretty nasty hop right there in front of Simons. Got some leather on it, but could not bring it in. So first and third, one out.
And Devin Johnson, the left fielder, is now up.
Left fielder number one, yes.
Yeah, we have two left fielders.
Two left fielders.
Ground ball down to the shortstop. He bobbles it, picks it up, makes the throw, and not in time.
Everybody's safe.
Yes. So it was a ground ball down to pretty much a standard playable ball, Diego Rodriguez, but he came in and bobbled it, and then there was no chance. By the time he got it over to first, I mean, Devin Johnson was long gone, so he gets over to first base, and then that's going to bring home Alex Pieto from third base, and so he just comes essentially walking in and trots across the plate, and then heading down to second. That time was Jodan Fine in the play. So right now it's an 8-1 ball game, and there's one out and one strike right now on the batter, and Jodan Fine is standing down at second base, and at the plate is Dominic Siegel, or Dominic Baca, I want to correct that. We're having trouble with the Dominics here, Mike.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. 0-2 the count. Baca's trying to bunt the first pitch, and no one actually fouled the backstop. And 0-2 the count now, one away.
Yeah, we have runners on first and second. So we have Jodan Fine down on second base and Devin Johnson at first, and at the plate, Dominic Baca. Count is 1-2 to Baca, one away here in the top of the fourth inning. Mitchell Tyler, the pitch is a little hopper, easy play at first. So just a little hopper out just toward the mound, picked up easily by Tyler Drake. And then all he does is he doesn't worry about any of the other runners. He just go ahead, going to get the good one. So Baca is thrown out by the pitcher. And so now that's going to bring up Dominic Siegel. And so Siegel, so he's another left fielder.
Yeah, he's left fielder number 2.
Well, it's, you know, I mean, you can line the players up any way you want.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, really, you know.
2 guys in left field.
That's what you want. That's what you can do that. There's no rule against it.
Yeah, just put 2 guys in left field and then, you know, until, and then just have the center fielder cover everything else.
He's got to have good range if you're gonna do that.
Yes,
got to have very good range.
Siegel, the pitch to him is high. Wow, so he's looking at 3-0.
And Weimer has to talk to his pitcher, but yeah, no, a 3-0 count. And actually, none of those 3 pitches have been particularly close to the strike zone. So just want to make sure they're on the same page right now, Weimer and Drake.
So Chris Alexander now, okay, now's the time to ramp it up. Give him the green light. It's going to be a meatball.
So 3-2 the count coming up. There'll be the future count after these next 2 pitches.
Exactly. There's that meatball.
There's taking all the way. So
you know, the foul ball. I've already marked it down, so
he's got to do it.
So he's got to come up with a foul ball. That's all there is to it. Yep. Ground ball gets by the pitcher. That's going
to be trouble, and that gets by the shortstop, and the 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And that one right back up the box to Drake. Went off his glove and caromed over to the shortstop, and Diego Rodriguez not able to adjust and pick that one up. That one probably wasn't going to be able to get anybody out anyway, but that does allow the second run to score. So 8-3 ball game. So yeah, I'm only going to give him 3 errors on that, James. So actually, I'm not giving any errors. That is in fact a hit.
Yeah. So Ryan Pullen, the catcher, he will be coming up, but right now we're having a sermon on the mound right now. And so Ryan Neal out talking to his pitcher, and is he gonna? So he said, got him all settled down now. But anyway, it's an 8-3 ball game right now. So Chargers coming on strong here in the top of the 4th inning, and they so far they've scored Alex Pieto and Joe Dan Fine and Dominic Siegel, and see, this is McEnany, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes. So the shortstop and Ryan Pullen is
it doesn't look like him. Let's see, where are we?
No, wait.
Oh no, this is Pullen. This is the catcher, Ryan Pullen.
Yes, you're right.
And Pullen fouls one straight back right over our heads, and it was thank you, Blue there, telling the morning batter not to hit us.
Yeah, don't hit the radio guy.
No, you don't want to do that. That's automatic out.
Yeah, automatic out for us too.
Yeah, everybody will be out.
So Ryan Pullen at the plate. We finally figured that one out. Things are a little. So this pitch now is going to be low. That makes it 1-1. 8-3 ball game right now.
So 2 down here as Pullen steps out of the batter's box. Runner on first. Big inning here for the Chargers. 3 runs in already.
Yeah, Dominic Siegel over there on first base. And there's 2-way.
Sizable lead off the first.
And so this one is fouled off. So that makes the count now 1-2 strikes to Ryan Pullen, the catcher. And if he gets on, he'll be followed by the shortstop. But right now, the Hilltoppers want to get out of this half inning, the top of the fourth inning. 8-3 ball game. Hilltoppers were in total control, but a big inning now for Academy. And there's another hard hit ball out into, this is going to go all the way up against the fence in the left center field. And coming all the way in from first base. And scoring is going to be Dominic Siegel. So he comes all the way around. That makes it 8-4. Ryan Pullen, he ends up on second base with a beautiful, beautiful double. And that ball went all the way to the fence. A hard hit ball out in left center. And so we have a golden runner coming in.
The golden runner, that is, see if we can figure out who that is.
Number 7, Mark McNanny.
That is, Caleb Lasher.
Awesome.
Caleb Lasher, the golden runner.
All right.
At second base for the Albuquerque Academy Chargers. And coming up to bat is
Mark McNanny.
Yes, the
Mark McNanny.
McNanny, the shortstop, number 9 hitter, and pretty solid defender, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
out there in shortstop position.
So the right now they're still 2 away, and we have a runner on second base, and right now it's an 8-4 ball game. As the Hilltoppers had jumped out to an 8-0 lead, but now Academy comes roaring back here in the top of the fourth inning. Put in 4 runs. They have a runner in scoring position out there on second base, and the count right now is 3-0. So here comes the meatball. You got to swing at this, Mark.
Oh, taking all the way as not as he should, but as we knew he was going to.
Like Mike says, the best pitch he's going to see all day. 3-1 is the count. Is he going to foul this one off or not?
I don't know. I'm getting a little tired of this.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, swing and a miss.
So now,
you know what? I think you got a piece of that. So I'm going to call it a foul ball.
It looked like it to me. Foul tip. Full count. So we got full count. And 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one is a little curveball on the inside, right at the knees. So they get him called out on strikes. But, well, let's see, Mike. They put up 8 batters that time.
We're doing great. Thank you. Thank you for watching out for us.
You got it.
Yeah, really.
A little story about the little guy from the Domo camp that came in, only played a couple minutes of the game. Senior, they had senior night over there. He scored his first bucket ever.
Awesome.
I was actually the referee. I called about 3 fouls. The kids are about 5 feet away. And I called him, hey, try to put that kid on the line. Got to take care of our kids, right?
Awesome.
All right. Things in the game sometimes.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So the umpire coming over.
Do you know who that is? Do you know who the umpire?
I'm blanking on the name, unfortunately. I've seen him many times. And
the unknown soldier. Okay. So anyway, let's see. We have so Krebs is going to be up first next time. So they put up 8 batters that time and scored 4 runs. So now it's 8-4. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, and so right now it is 8-4. And let's see here, Mike, what we got. We got the Hilltoppers. Oh, they put up 8 batters the last time too. They're in the bottom of the 4th. We're going to start things off with Gus Yeager. And Yeager, well, he flew out to the shortstop in the 1st inning, and then he was thrown out on a beautiful play Dominic Walker of Academy on the last time he was up. First pitch, and
line drive right to left field, and not even having to move there was, I don't know if that was Devon Johnson or Dominic Siegel, one of the two.
But the whole thing is that, you talk about line drive, I mean, that thing, there was no elevation on that whatsoever. It was just a zinger straight at him. And like you say, he didn't even have to move. Boy, that ball had some steam on it.
And, oh, by the way, we have a new pitcher. Uh-oh. And, boy, that's going to mess everything up. That is Ethan Krebs, actually. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. That is Cody Rowe, a senior. And he is he's coming on in relief here in this fourth inning. And
there's a fly ball out into left field, down the left field line. That's going to drop in. And so that's going to... So Taylor Drake, who is up for Los Alamos, has a hit out into left field, and so he'll be followed by Carson Dixon, the designated hitter for Los Alamos. Gus Yeager, of course, he flew out on a line drive, a line drive to the left fielder.
And Drake, by the way, 3 for 3 in this ball game with 3 base hits.
Yep.
So doing what he can to help his own cause.
Yeah, and not only that, he's got 2 base hits, and he led off the inning with base. He led off the second inning with a base hit. Led off the third with a base hit. He's the second batter of this inning, and he got a base hit, and so he scored 2 of the runs of the 8 runs the Hilltoppers had, and it's 8-4 ball game. But
we'll conference with the umpires here, and they're going to. Oh, Mr. Rowe has a wrist taped up. You actually can't do that as a pitcher, believe it or not. I believe they consider that distracting to the batter, so they make him remove his tape.
Yeah, the old batter. That's really got to distract him.
I mean, there would have been 3 straight home runs had he not been wearing that tape. So.
Yeah, I know. So, here we go. Carson Dixon still at the plate for Los Alamos. And this pitch is going to be low and in the dirt.
Well, Cody Rowe as I said, he's a senior. Had first appearance in this ball game, actually. He was,
and that pitch is a little outside, but Carson decides low and outside. Carson decides to go for it. So right now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Carson Dixon.
Unorthodox delivery by Rowe here, pitching out of the stretch. Just he tries to sneak a curveball in there. That one stays up.
So 2-2. So I cannot believe we don't have any wind. It's certainly not a typical May day for.
It's not a North Mesa day. I don't know what.
No, not at all. But anyway, and Dixon just struck out. So
that's 2 down for the Toppers. That's going to bring up Capon.
Yeah, Logan Capon, our left field, our single left field.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty lonely out there.
We only have 1. So, Capon at the plate. Let's see. He got hit the last time he was up, and he went down swinging in the second inning, and he came up in the third inning, got hit by the pitch, and let's see. And he came in. Yeah, he came around to score. So right now he's up there again, the left fielder, and ball 2 right now that he's looking at. 2 outs here, and we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Toppers leading by 4, and we have a strike, and so it's going to be 2-1. And ready to go. Cody Rowe. There's a one hopper, and boy, great grab by Cody. I mean, the thing was a one hopper, and then it looked like it was going to go over his head, and also it was to the right of him. He just took a couple of steps over and got that thing right in the top of his glove. I mean, right smack in the very, very top of his glove, and an easy throw over the first. And so that retires Logan Capon, and that brings this inning to a close. The Hickhoppers didn't come up with anything in this particular inning, and no runs. They had one hit, and they left that young man on base, Taylor Drake. So Taylor, who's got on base every time and scored twice, didn't come in this time. So we're now at the top of the fifth inning, and it's an 8-4 ball game. The Academy came on strong that last inning, Mike.
Yeah, they really did. So, got the big 4-run inning and then able to set the Toppers down fairly well in order. So you got to wonder, is old Mo turning a little bit? I think we have a pitching change, actually, for the Toppers.
25 for 8.
Okay, thank you.
For Ellie.
Okay, thank you.
It's nice over here. I need to hang out over here.
Yeah, it is pretty nice.
Yeah, we're nice. We're in the shade.
Gotta find out who that umpire is. So, anyway. So we have a new pitcher for Los Alamos, and let's see, and that's...
I believe that is Terp.
20... There's 25 is James Rodriguez.
Is that James? Doesn't look like James. No, I think that is Terp on the mound right now. So Rodriguez must have. So if he is in, he'll be in for Jackson Martinez at second base.
Yeah,
and I believe that is correct.
It's actually 22 for 8.
Well, no, Terps moved over to the mound, but James Rodriguez is checked in, and he's going to replace Jackson Martinez. He is at second base now. So I believe that's. They have not made any further defensive changes, and I believe that's what we're looking at. So.
So right now, Ron Terp now is he's pitching.
Yeah, he was in center field, and I'm not sure who's in center field now.
So
I guess we'll find out.
Yes. So 8-4 ball game, and we're now in the top of the fifth inning for Academy, and the first batter for Academy is going to be. Let's see, it's Ethan Krebs, unless I'm mistaken. Ethan Krebs. And so Krebs at the plate as they put in the batter, and he's the top of the order. He's the number one batter, and that's ball 2 right now from Terp, ball 3 from Terp. And so Ron Terp coming in and replacing Taylor Drake. And so Drake put in 3 very strong innings, but Chargers were able to get him in the top of the 4th for 4 runs. And there's that called strike on 3-1. So we'll see what happens here with Ethan Krebs. The first pitch of the ball game, he got a hit. Very, very first one. This time he walks. So the first time he was up the first pitch, he put it out into center field on a line drive, and was actually thrown out trying to steal second. And then in the third inning, he threw out to the left fielder. And so now coming to the plate.
It's Henry Mitchell, and we're not sure where he's playing right now. He did start this game on the mound. Not sure where he went to, but still there.
Yeah, so this is Henry Mitchell, who was the pitcher, as Mike says. So they have a runner on first, and then Henry Mitchell coming to the plate. And let's see, the counter is at ball 1 right now. There's ball 2. So
having a little trouble finding the plate here.
Yeah, he is. So it's right now he just walked the first batter on essentially a 3-1, and then 3 of it in ball 4. And so now same situation here. This ball is inside, high and inside. So it's ball 3 again. So
other than the automatic strike on 3-0.
Yeah, that was it. So he's thrown. So he's thrown 7 balls so far out of 8 pitches. There's the meatball. So 3-1, and he's the number 2 batter in the order, and so last time he was up, he grounded out to third base, but they got a foul.
There you go. I was wondering where that was. It's fouled way off left field. There's about 1.5 miles of foul territory in left field here at Bomber Field. There's no way anybody could cover that if they wanted to. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's ridiculous over there. I'm surprised.
It's like they ran out of, chicken wire or something over there. I don't know. Just wide open.
And so there's a high fly ball out into left field. That's going to be scooped in out there in left field by Logan Capon. And so Henry Mitchell flies out. So he flew out to center. Now he's flowing out to 9. And that'll bring up Alex Gaeta, who walked the last time he was up. So we now have 1 away and a runner on first base, Ethan Krebs. And at the plate now is Alex Gaeta. And Alex is the first baseman.
Turbo breaking ball. That one could not go for the outside part of the plate. Could not keep that over the plate.
Yeah, it was a game out here, and the bases were loaded. It was the bottom of the 7th inning, and the bases were loaded, and the team was down. They were down by 2 runs, so the winning run was on first base. So the pitcher, for some reason, decided to see if he could catch the third base. They put the runner on third, see if he could catch him off of third. He thought he was playing off too far, and he overthrew at third base. And that thing took off and went all the way to that fence over there in foul territory and cleaned the bases, that pitch, and they lost the game by 1. As that first base came all the way in on that missed pitch, on that missed throw to third.
Oh, yeah, and with the real estate, he probably didn't even have to run very fast to get in. It's a ridiculous amount of space out there. I've never understood the logic behind just having that. Unless you actually see it, you just can't appreciate how much space there is out there.
But like that on that play when he threw the ball, then the third baseman took out after it, but he was still chasing the ball when the runners were crossing the plate. So at the plate right now, the left-handed batter, and that's Alex. Let's see, and that is Alex Gato.
No, that is Jordan Fine.
Jordan Fine, yes.
With runners at first and second, and as he fouls that one off into the abyss that is left field.
And so Gato, so Jordan Fine, last time he was up, he got a base hit. So right now there's runners on first and second. We have Alex Gato is on first, and Ethan Krebs is down at second base. There's a base hit out into right field, and they're going to bring it in, and this one's going to be, that will bring home Ethan Krebs. That's going to make it an 8-5 ball game. And so Jordan Fine with a nice hit out into right field. And so the runners advance, and the Alex Gato only goes as far as second, but Ethan Krebs came all the way in, so now we have runners on first and second, and one away here in this inning. The top of the fifth inning, it's an 8-5 ball game. The top is up 8-0, and now all of a sudden it's 8-5.
Tying run at the plate here in the form of Mr. Johnson, the left fielder number 1.
So he fouls that one off, fouls out the first pitch, so that makes it strike one. There's one away, and runners on first and second, and Mike said, Devin Johnson is the tying run. If he parks one, then we're going to have an 8-8 ball game. We're going to have overtime.
Might overtime. Might go into penalty kicks. You never know.
That's right. They should have penalty pitches or something. That's what they should do.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Instead of playing extra innings, what they should do is just have penalty pitches and let the pitcher go up against the batters and then just count on how many hits they get. just like in soccer. So swing on this, he fouls it off on this one, and so Devin Johnson hanging in there, but right now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Devin. Let's see, Devin was he flew out to first in the second inning, and then he got a base hit last time he was up, came in to score. So Devin at the plate at 1 and 2. We're in the top of the fifth inning here at Bomber Field. Whoa, my heavens.
And breaking ball did not break.
I thought he was throwing out into the dugout so that they're playing a new ball. He got away from him big time.
He didn't like the ball. It was a little scuffy.
So this pitch is going to be low and outside. That's going to make it now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count with 1 away. Runners on first and second for Academy.
Boy, last thing Turbo wants to do here is load the bases. He's going to have to give him something to hit.
Yes, and he gives him something to hit. This is going to go out into left field and right field, and out there to pull it in for the Hilltoppers is Gus Yeager.
Now, big out there by Turp, and just got him. Actually looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. He just kind of got it off the end of the bat and lazy fly ball into right field. Nobody able to advance.
Yeah, it was just like you say, it just kind of floated out there. And just an easy play for Gus Yeager. So now at the plate is Dominic Walker. And so Baca right now at the plate. It is Baca, isn't it?
I don't think it is. I think. Oh no, that is.
Wait. Yes.
That is Mr. Rowe, and he pops one toward second base, and that is going to be grabbed by James Rodriguez, and that will end the threat. So 1 run in for the Chargers. Had runners at first and second, 1 out, but Turb able to retire 2 straight on routine fly balls, and that ends the threat 8-5. The score ending in the bottom of the 5th. But boy, that was I got a little bit interesting there in that top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, it really did. There's a possibility. They were really looking at the possibility of loading the bases, and the Academy's been coming on strong, but the Hilltoppers hold them off a little bit. They only come up with 1 run. Ethan Krebs came in to score, but it's still an 8-5 ball game as Hilltoppers led by 8 after 3 innings. At the end of the 3rd inning, they were up 8-0, but now Academy's been chipping away at them as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning and see what the Hilltoppers, if they can mount anything here. And the last inning, they were tired fairly easily. They were 4 up and 3 down in the last inning. So they'll start things off here, and the first batter is going to be Calvin Weimer, and the catcher for Los Alamos. And then
Weimer will be followed by Ron Terp, and then I believe James Rodriguez will follow him. So 7, 8, 9. So bottom of the order coming up for Los Alamos in this bottom of the 5th.
See, James Rodriguez, what position is he?
He is right now. He is at second base.
Oh, okay.
So taking over for Jackson Martinez.
So
Weimer up, and he will face Cody Rowe, the senior. And as I was saying in the last inning, Jim, kind of an orthodox delivery. He kind of alternates between a big high leg kick and kind of a slide step. So there is the leg kick, and he
probably practiced that when he was a little kid.
He may have.
That's what my grandson used to do.
Oh, was he a leg kicker?
Oh yeah, I was going to play catch with him, and he was like 4 or 5 years old. But he'd have that ball that he'd get that leg up there. There's a hard hit ball. That's going to be out into the left field, and the left fielder having a little trouble scooping it up. But so Calvin Weimer. Well, Mike, he's been on base every time. So let's see, he got hit by the pitch the first time.
So he got on the hard way his first time at
Yeah, and then a grand slam home run the last time he was up. And now he's back at first base again for Los Alamos, and batting will be Ron Terp for Los Alamos.
That ball slides outside for ball 1, and that was a slide step delivery and another one, and that one left right up in the wheelhouse for Terp, and he's gonna slam that one in the left field. Left fielder misplays it, coming around to third and going to score is Weimer, and Terp gonna end up on third base.
Yeah, he ends up with a 3-bagger, and as Calvin Weimer was on first, and as it was a hard hit ball, it looks like essentially the same ball that Calvin Weimer had hit, very much the same, and got out into left field, and the left fielder bobbled it, got by him. He had to chase it down, so I don't know, I guess you'd call that a single, and then the errors after that, because anyway, Weimer comes in to score, and then Ron Terp ends up all the way around on third base. So
that's going to end Cody Rowe's afternoon. He heads to the bench. So the Chargers want to bring in now Chris Alexander out on the mound, and
they're getting serious.
It's pretty serious. You got to bring in the setup guy. Got to bring in your closer, and coming in from the dugout is. Let's see. Number 9. Not who that is. I don't have it. Oh, that is going to be Dominic Siegel. And he runs back in, so they're going to reinsert him. I don't know if he's going to take over the mound or not. I guess we'll see here in a second.
Yeah, he just, well.
So number 9 coming in, that is Siegel for... he's going to replace number 22, Fine. Fine's actually the DH, so they're going to lose the DH from here on out as Siegel comes in. I think he's coming in to pitch, but he's making his second trip out to the mound after obviously forgetting something, and then got his glove or what. But he's standing on the rubber right now. He's not... Still trying to get that sorted out, it looks like. Yes, Chris Alexander. You know, high school baseball has different substitution rules than your major leagues and other professional baseball leagues, so get a little complicated. But Siegel is now the pitcher coming in. Runner on third, nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth, 9-5. So Toppers again have that 4-run cushion. So
Siegel warming up out there. So well, let's see. He was batting in the. Let's see. He originally was batting. Let's see where 1, 2, 3. Seventh, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. And so now he's actually going to. I think he has to go into the DH spot.
Oh, okay.
So there will be no more DH for the for the Chargers for the remainder of the ball game.
So Jordan Fine is going to come out of the ball game. And so he's going to come out, right? I guess.
Yeah, I believe that's what has to happen at this point.
And and Cody Rowe, where does he go?
Cody Rowe is he had a seat.
He what?
He went and had a seat.
Okay.
He was back on the bench. And
who's going to bat for him?
That's well, they've got like 4 left fielders, Gene. They can, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
So if I understand what happened, Siegel will go in. You will replace Fine as the number 4 hitter. As for Rowe, who was hitting, oh, this is fun. Who was he was hitting hitting in Baca's spot? Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, well,
I'm not entirely sure. So we're gonna have to figure it out. I'm sorry. We're
in the bottom of the 5th inning right now, and the situation is the Toppers have a runner on third, and at the plate right now we have let's see, it's James Rodriguez, right?
It's Diego Rodriguez.
This is Diego. Okay. So Diego Rodriguez, the shortstop, fouls off the first pitch, and had a walk in the first inning, hit a nice double in the second inning, scored a couple of runs, and then he was called out on strikes in the 3rd inning. So up here now in the 5th inning, we have one run has come in, Calvin Weimer, and then Ron Turp is over on third base after that left fielder bobbled the ball. Got him just rolled back to the fence. So right now on the mound is Dominic Siegel.
Yep, runner on third, and that's the golden runner. The golden runner.
Is that Steinkamp again?
Steinkamp. Surprised you don't have to change the golden runner when he changed the pitcher.
Yeah, really. So Diego Rodriguez hit by the pitch.
3rd hit batsman.
Yes.
For the Toppers in this ball game. Well, I mean, if you're going to get hit, that's a hit. That's a pitch you want to get hit by, a slow curve. But
yeah, Blake Simons is at the plate for the Solomons, and right now we have runners on first and third.
Nobody out.
Yes, nobody out here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Whoa, that's going to get away from the catcher, and so just an easy peasy run down to second base for Diego Rodriguez. And so the runners on second and third. So right now, Blake Simons can nice hit here, bring in a couple of runs.
You know, sounds like the opportunity to really blow this game kind of back open again after the Chargers got right back in it.
Yeah, 8-5 ball game, and runners now with Hilltoppers have runners in scoring position, second and third, and no outs. And there's a little, a little slow curveball, which I thought looked pretty good. But
thought it did too, but does not get the call. 1-1, 2-1 the count.
But our friendly umpire didn't agree, so I go with him.
Well, he's right.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And a hard hit ball out into left field, and is that going to go? That's up against the fence. So that's going to score a couple of runs, and let's see, they're going to hold up. Yeah, they're going to hold up Blake Simons, but he brings in right now on a beautiful double. Wow, that was all the way back to a hard hit ball, just a hit out there, and then just roll right back to the fence in a hurry, and just brings in Diego Rodriguez and Ron Turf. So the Hilltoppers have jumped back up by a score now of 11-5 over the Academy. There's still nobody out, and they have a runner on second base.
Wow, a nice hit. Just watching the left fielder, just trying to chase that one down, but didn't even come close. That one off the fence. So third double of this ball game for the Hilltoppers, and boy, they really like that left field, left center alley there.
Yeah, they really do. They've really taken advantage of that too, and so Grant Watkins is at the plate for Los Alamos. And let's see, the count right now is that ball one? Is that it?
I think it's 2-0 now.
Yeah. Yes, it is 2-0. And so Watkins pitch comes on. There's a beautiful hit out into center field, and that one is going to go up against the fence. So that's going to easily bring home from second base, and that's going to bring home Blake Simons. Then the Hilltoppers suddenly run out now to a 12-5 ball game.
I got to give Brian Neal some credit here. He decided to send both of those runners on the double from third base. So, did not hold them up, even though the ball was less than 300 feet away from the plate. So.
I know, good thinking.
Just showing some aggressiveness.
Yes, I know. I was a little worried at first because I thought he was going to be too conservative, but he's really opened up. He's really opened up the game now for the Hilltoppers. It's just
12-5 ball game here.
Do anything you want, have fun.
That's right. It's still nobody out.
12. And so there's a foul ball. Don't come down and hit us. Yeah, like you say, don't hit the radio guy.
Yeah, that's umpire all over it. Thank you that ends up in the RV park parking lot.
I don't know how many windows they break over there during the season.
I can't imagine it's zero. I mean, there's quite a few windows over there.
Yeah. So 1-1 is the count. High pitch, and the Yeager takes a swing. Gus Yeager at the plate right now for Los Alamos. And
that was a home run swing. Gee, that was not a cheapo swing.
And Grant Watkins on second base with a nice double. Whoa! I tell you.
Chase the high fastball.
Oh, I guess. I mean, he needed a tennis racket to hit that. That high ball way over his head. So anyway, he goes down swinging. Boy, he wanted to hit that ball. Taylor Drake now is at the plate for Los Alamos, I do believe.
Yes, Drake. Like I said, 3 for 3 in this ball game. It's still in line to get the win as we have time on the field, and Chris Alexander moseying on out to go talk to the umpire.
So we're
concerned about that RV, Gene.
Yes, and we're having a secret conference over there on first base with the golden runner. So they got some sneaky beaky thing coming up here, I think.
So I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
But see, we've already seen Brian Neal send 2 runners home.
I know.
When he didn't absolutely have to. So anything's possible at this point.
Yeah. I mean, the sneaky strategy here could be amazing. Anyway, so there was a called strike, but they weren't counting on that. But he wasn't supposed. Okay. The pitcher's there's a nice hit. That boy, beautiful hard ball down to the third base, and the third baseman bobbles the ball, and that was the Dominic Walker. He bobbled it, and then they decided he didn't have a chance to throw it to first, so he decided he would try to tag Grant Watkins coming over from second, and he didn't have a chance. I mean, Grant just blew by him while he was still trying to pick up the ball. So
shortstop trying to run over to cover third, but did not make it in time, so everybody's safe.
Yes, and so Taylor Drake is he goes down to so he's on first, and so coming over third right now is Grant Watkins, and
Dixon at the plate, and if he can poke one out of here, Gene, this game is over.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. The Hilltoppers, 3 more runs for the Hilltoppers, and it's done. Dixon's fouled off, so that's going to make it 0-2. And Carson Dixon at the plate for Los Alamos right now. Carson's had a pretty good game. Had a single and then came around to score. Got on base on an error by the third baseman. Struck out the last time he was up. But right now, a home run, like Mike said, would end this. This one is going to be high and outside. Carson dipped way down.
Yeah, well, it wasn't quite as high as it appeared.
No. There's an inside pitch.
Oh, boy, I didn't miss by much.
No, it did not. And for a minute, I thought he was going to get the old Leslie, but he didn't get it.
Yes, and Enrico Palazzo, the greatest umpire of all time.
Yes. Whoa! There we are. There you got it, Leslie.
That was a good one. That was a good called strike 3.
All right, awesome. So now to bring up let's see, this is going to be the number 9 batter, Mike. Logan Capon. Took a big tip out of the battle round again. Boy, I tell you, that Dominic Siegel, but he doesn't waste much time on the mound between pitches.
No, he's ready to go.
So we have 2 outs. Whoa. Okay, that ball was coming right at him. He didn't move. Inside pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike right now. Siegel's still on the mound for Academy, and it's pitch hard. The last ball is going to be called a ball. It makes it 2-1. And we have runners on first and third, Mike. So still waiting for that home run. Called strike. Whoa.
2-2.
So 2 balls.
Juice is wild here.
Yes, exactly. 2-2-2. And Capon at the plate. Logan awaits. And that one, that looked like a good pitch.
That was close. Tough one to take.
Yes, it really was.
Just a hair low.
Full count, and
Drake should take off here with a pitch.
Yes, he should. There he goes.
And that one low and away for ball 4, so still going on. Bases loaded now. 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. And coming to the plate now after removing his shin guards is Weimer. And same situation here for the Toppers, Jane. A hit could end this ball game.
Yeah, it could. A beautiful, good strong hit. If they could clean the bases, that would do it. But right now it's 2 outs, and here we are still in the bottom of the 5th, and there's a foul ball down toward right field.
Yeah, Weimer can hit one out of here. Brian Neal might send the runners. He might do it.
If it goes over the fence, he may wave them all in. Even Weimer. So Calvin awaits. Whoa, and he gets it.
Oh, and he is plunked.
Yes, he is. So Weimer is hit, and so that is going to bring a runner home. So he's hit by the pitch.
That's a rough way to get the RBI, but that'll bring in Watkins.
So Grant Watkins comes in. Yes. That makes it, 13-5, right?
13-5 is a score with Turp the batter, and still bases juiced, 2 down.
A nice single here would end this ball game. The bases are loaded. And Dominic Siegel pitch is going to be inside for a ball. So right now we have runners on all the bases as we're sitting here looking at Taylor Drake over on third, and Taylor Drake on third, and Logan Capon on second, and over on first base Calvin Weimer. Swing and miss this time by Ron Turp, who's at the plate for Los Alamos.
And Siegel took something off of that pitch, and Turp was he did not want to wait for a single. Just wanted to walk in. He was going for the fence there.
Yes, he was. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and Ron Turp at the plate for Los Alamos. There's a foul ball. Or is that a foul ball?
No, it was not a foul ball. That is corralled, high chopper corralled at third base by Baca. And he doesn't get that. That's going to do it for the ball game. But he is able to grab it, and he steps on third for the force out and gets the Chargers out of the inning. So they are still alive. Wow.
Yep, they are, and so it makes it now, let's see, so now goes to 13 to 5. Let's see, I got this wrong. This is 8-5. Thank you very much. So this now goes to 13. Okay, and so now as we flip it over here, we're looking at in the top of the 6th inning, it's 13-5. 8.
So the numbers there: 5 runs for the Toppers on 4 hits, an error, and they leave the bases full to end the 5th inning. So 13-5 ball game. The Chargers still alive here as we go into the top of the 6th, but Toppers reclaim the their 8-run lead that they had earlier in this ball game, actually up 8-0 at one point after 3 innings, and it was all Los Alamos. Looked like you were just going to coast on in, but big comeback by the Chargers cut this down to 3 runs, 8-5, and then Toppers with a big 5-run 5th inning, and had a couple of chances to put that one away.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I mean, the bases loaded, and a single would have ended this ball game. Like I can't figure out here, Mike, is that why do the players have to wear masks? When you talk about social distancing,
you don't get a lot more socially distant than baseball.
90 feet.
Yeah, that's tough, but that is the rule, and that is not going away, at least for this season. And we have the masks for baseball. They didn't have them for football. When you got 14 guys piled on each other, and there was no possible way to spread anything there.
So this should be Dominic Siegel up to bat and that's he's a pitcher right now.
And another batter warned not to hit us, Gene. that is they've gotten close a couple of times. The umpire's been all over them.
I know.
Don't even think about it, buddy.
The ones that go straight up, and I have no idea where it's going to come down.
Well, the batters have gotten plenty of warning. They got plenty of warning, Gene.
Yeah, no more of this. So Dominic Siegel, and this one he's going to put a high fly ball out into left center, and so both coming in a hurry, both of them, Ron Turp not Ron Turp, but Logan Capon coming in from the left.
And whoever's playing center now.
Whoever is the center fielder. And anyway, so Logan makes the grab.
Turp, by the way, still on the mound. He did come in the fourth inning, I believe, to take over, and has pitched pretty well since coming in. He had a little bit of a rocky start.
Yeah.
Had a little trouble finding the plate, but after he settled in, he's pitched pretty well.
Yeah, he has, and Ryan Pullen now is at the plate. But yeah, you're right. This first couple of batters, I mean, he threw, what was it? He threw 10 pitches or 9 pitches, and 8 of the 9 were balls. And the ball's going to go out there's a base hit out into right field, and so it's just going to roll out there to Gus Yeager, who's going to scoop it up, and he's going to bring it in. But that was one away. Ryan Pullen goes down a nice base hit out into right field. He goes, and then Mark McNanny is going to come up, and he's the shortstop. And so, anyway, he only went up a couple of times. He flew out to left field, and then he was called out on strikes. But he's a good shortstop. And there's a base hit. That's good. That thing just went right over the bag, out into way into left field. So coming all the way around, they may send. Oh, I thought maybe they were going to send everybody. But so Ryan Pullen comes around and scores from first base, and then coming around Mark McNanny, boy, he just zooms around and he ends up on third base. And so that makes it now 13-6 in favor of Los Alamos. But
solid hit down the third baseline, but misplayed out in left field, and that brings a runner in. And
yeah, so Ethan Krebs will be at the plate. There's a high fly ball out into right field, and that's going to drop in. Boy, high ball right down the baseline, and trying to come in for it was Gus Yeager, could not get to it. So it falls in, and so that brings home Mark McNanny from third. That makes it now 13-7, and Ethan Krebs is on first base with a base hit, and Henry Mitchell will come to the plate for Academy. And we have one away. Ball gets away from the catcher. Calvin Wine will throw down to second, goes into center field. And so that's going to advance the runner even further. So, wow, Ethan Krebs on first, and so ball got away from the catcher, Calvin Weimer, so Ethan took off, and then the throw to second was way over the second baseman's head. And so moving over to third base, Ethan Krebs. And they won away, and a runner on third base. 13-7. So Academy trying to come back here in the top of the sixth inning.
Boy, it's a wacky ball game.
Crazy. Now it's getting a little cool. One of the things you learn in Los Alamos is learn the hard way. You have a beautiful afternoon, so you come out here to a baseball game or something with your short sleeves, and as soon as the sun goes down, you just turn into an icicle. It's amazing.
I've worked with John McHale for years and years and years at the newspaper, and I'd occasionally poke fun at him, because he'd wear like this, Mount Everest style parka everywhere he went. I kind of laughed at him, in the first couple of years we worked together. He said, "No, you just wait."
Yes.
Inevitably, he was correct.
And John's has so many layers; it's unbelievable. You get a strike on it? Wow!
Really?
I can't believe that. Just kind of a high, slow curveball. And
boy, that didn't look like that was even real close.
No, not at all. There's a swing and a foul off. That's going to make it strike two. And the batter right now is Alec Pieto. And Pieto is the first baseman. Scored a run. Got stranded last inning. And so, strike two right now, Alec. And there's down to second base. There's one, and then we had a good double play going, perfect. And so it came down. So it just came popping down, and it's heading over to get the shortstop for the Los Alamos, Diego Rodriguez. He caught the ball right next to the second base. So actually on the run, caught the ball scooped up the ball on the run, stepped on the bag. That was easy. And then the throw to first for the second, for the double play, and he overthrows first base. So,
I believe a run came in as well.
Krebs came in.
So 13-8 ball game now.
So Henry Mitchell was out on the fielder's choice. And then, but Alec Pieto ends up on first base on the error on the throw by the shortstop.
Actually, he was awarded second base.
Second base even.
Yeah, that ball I think would have ended up in no man's land. There is a pad over there, and I think it hit the pad, but that is considered out of the field of play.
Whoa. So that ball looked like a slow pitch softball.
Yeah, it did. And he must have just gotten a piece of it. I didn't think he got any of it, but he got away from Weimer. The runner on second took off. They sent him back. I didn't think he was even close to that.
No.
But in any event, 0-2 the count.
Yeah, that's Mark Siegel up to bat right now. So Siegel, he's come in. His batting position he's taken over now that was of Joe Don Finest.
I don't think that's Siegel. I think we have a pinch hitter here.
He's number 22.
Oh no, no, that's fine. I thought they lost him.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He is. I stand corrected. He is still at bat. He's a designated hitter. I thought that went away.
Well, he's back.
He's back for more.
Yes, he is. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's a high fly ball out into center field. And easily played out there by whoever the center fielder is.
Good job, buddy. So that'll end the inning, but 3 more runs come in for the Chargers. So they get 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 3-topper errors.
Yeah, we had a bunch of errors in that one, and they put up 7 batters that time. So that makes it now, let's see, they got 3 runs in. Wow.
Yep, so 13-8 ball game, so not finished yet.
No, not at all.
Well, not over by a long shot. And again, Toppers had the winning run on second base and 2 shots to bring him in the last inning. Could not do it. And Chargers just will not go away.
No, they won't. So let's see. Yeah, so
Seagulls go back. He goes back to the mound for the Chargers. Had a rocky 5th inning, but I'm not sure how deep the Charger bullpen goes.
So let's see what we're sitting at here now is at, let's see, we're at the top of the order, I do believe. Diego
Rodriguez is coming up to the plate. So top of the order for Los Alamos.
Yeah, 13-6 is 13-8 is the score. We're in the top of on the bottom of the 6th inning, and Diego Rodriguez will be up. He was got hit the last time he was up.
Well, he's in good company there. So he was the 4th topper that got hit by a pitch. So
yeah, it's
been a bruising outing for Los Alamos.
Yeah, yes, it really has. So that's going to get by the catcher, and so that's going to should make it ball 2.
Where's the bat boy? Shouldn't he get that?
Really?
That's his job.
Probably can't have a bat boy because of COVID. So what is it? Just ball 1? Ball 1? Is that the first pitch?
That was the first pitch of the inning. Yes.
I thought it was the second pitch. Ball 2. And so let's see what we got up here. We got Diego Rodriguez. He's a shortstop. Blake Simons is the first baseman. He'll be up next. Grant Watkins, the third baseman for Los Alamos. He'll be up after that. And this pitch is going to be high. That's going to make it 3-0. And as to Diego Rodriguez, and Diego, like I say, in the last inning, was hit by the pitch and came in to score. Now he's on base again as he picks up ball 4.
I remember many years ago when the Albuquerque Dukes were still playing, were still around. They had a team rule, and the team rule was you were fined, I think, $10 for the pitchers were fined $10 for every walk they gave up. So as the saying goes, as the story goes, whenever an Albuquerque pitcher allowed a 3-0 count, they would just go ahead and hit the batter with the next pitch to avoid the $10 fine.
All right.
So
that was okay, huh?
Yeah, there was no fine for that.
No fine for any batter.
Wow, why take the chance at that point?
Really? I mean, especially in those days, $10.
That went a long way. They get you like, I mean, 2-3 days worth of meals right there.
That was a lot of money back then. You know, that'd be like finding him 100 right now.
That's right.
We got a new pitcher again.
Yes, we do, and that is Mr. Satish Rasher.
Whoa.
He is a freshman. He started his game off at the shortstop position. He is now moved over to the bump. So Satish Rasher, and he is a lanky freshman. We'll see what Mr. Rasher can do here. He is the fourth pitcher of the afternoon, I believe, for the Chargers.
Yeah, we had started off with Henry Mitchell, and then went to Cody Rowe, and then to Dominic Siegel, and now we're at Satish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's audio feed there.
Oh, awesome.
What was that?
Oh, just a fan wanted to know where he could tune in to the game. His wife actually wanted to listen on in. So,
this is she from Academy. Is he from Academy?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. So, okay.
But in any event,
they archive all these things.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
So if you miss the game, you can have an entertaining evening listening to us on broadcasting Top of Baseball.
Yeah, just play on shuffle. You can hear everything.
Don't play it too close to bedtime, and you'll never wind down.
So there we go. Satish Rasher on the mound for the Chargers. Nobody down. One run on, and Simons the batter. Blake Simons
had a nice double last time he was up. So the Hilltoppers are right now in the bottom of the sixth inning, and it's a 13-8 ball game.
And ground ball, that's going to go past third base into left field.
Yeah, deep left field all the way, and that's going to move everybody. And so,
runners at second and third now. Rodriguez actually had to hold up a little bit to make sure that that ball did in fact get past the third baseman, so he ends up on third. I'm sure Brian Neal was going to send him, but just got held up there. So
I thought he'd certainly make a lot more than that. So Blake Simons is it. So Diego Rodriguez goes to third. Blake Simons ends up at second, and Grant Watkins is at the plate for us on this left-handed batter. And right now it's a 13-5 ball game. There are no outs. And Grant is going to put one down the left field line. That's going to be foul.
And so far foul, it almost got out of play, Gene.
Yes.
Really, really close.
Yeah, they should have a line or something. If the ball goes past that line, and everybody has to stop. So, anyway, the left-handed batter, Grant Watkins at the plate. Two runners on for the Alamos, and this is going to be a dice of 2 balls and 1 strike.
And that was actually the first pitch that Mr. Racher has thrown where he's not lost his hat.
He lost his hat. Chris lost his hat again. There's a high fly ball right into left field. That's going to go all the way to the fence. That's going to score 2 runs. And combining second base, and they're going to hold him up. Don't try to come to third. Okay, and so right now, boy, Grant Watkins with a beautiful, beautiful double into left field. That brings home Diego Rodriguez, and that also brings home Blake Simons. And that makes them score now 15-8 over Hilltoppers over Academy.
This has been a wild one.
Has it ever? Certainly. The pitcher's duel. There's another hard hit ball, and this one way back. And that's gone. That is gone. Whoa. So Gus Yeager comes to the plate for the Colonels, and he plants a home run over the left field fence. And suddenly, Mike, it's a 17-8 ball game. Two runners come in. Well, we have 2 runners come in, including Gus Yeager, who just plastered that home run. And so 1 more run for Los Alamos, this ball game is over.
Yep, that no doubt about that one. Yeager just got a hold of that one. I think Rachel trying to sneak something by him upstairs, and Yeager's all over and just yanked it on out of here. No doubt about that one.
Well, that's the second home run we've had here, and the first home run was a grand slam by Calvin Weimer, the catcher. And now Gus Yeager, the right fielder, comes up and he plants one over the left field fence. And at the plate right now is Tyler Drake. Hilltoppers up by 9, 17-8.
Still nobody out.
And 1 more run is all they need. Well, they either need 1 run or 3 more outs from Academy, and that'll do it. So,
yeah, I take my chances with the 1 run. You just the way this game's going, you just never know.
Yes. And there's a called strike, so it's going to make the count now 2-2. I do believe.
I don't know if Racher needs a different hat or something, and I don't think it's sized right. It ended up on the ground every single time except the 1 pitch.
He needs a rubber band. He needs like a cowboy hat. They'll put the
chin strap and
put the strap down around his chin there. Every time he throws it, he loses his hat every single time. They said, does he have to play with a hat?
You do need a hat to play. Yes, that is a rule.
So Taylor Drake goes down to first base on the walk, and that'll bring up Carson Dixon and Mike. There's no outs here in this in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Hilltoppers right now leading 17-8. This pitch is inside, and the batter right now is Carson Dixon, and he's a designated hitter. Scored a couple runs, scored in the 2nd, scored in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 5th. He's batted every inning. There's a hard ground ball down to 3rd. That's going to be an easy play for the Chargers. Dominic Walker. I don't know if he's still at 3rd or not, but anyway, over to Alex Pieto. But anyway, 5-3 goes, and the runner now has moved down to 2nd, and so now this will bring up Logan Capon with the runner, the winning run, standing on 2nd base right now. Whoa, Capon, he needed a longer bat for that one. That ball was so far outside, he practically stepped across the plate, try to get to it. But anyway, 17-8 right now, and runner on 2nd, swings and misses at that one. So that's going to be strike 2.
And actually, he was fortunate. He missed that last one. If you swing and you come into contact with the plate, you're out.
Yes.
So it's probably good that he didn't reach that.
So this one's going to get away from the catcher, but they hold the runner. So Taylor Drake is on 2nd base and got away from the catcher, Ryan Pullen, but they decided not to bring Taylor from 2nd over to 3rd, and Logan Capon 1-2 is the count. Inside, that makes it 2-2.
Big pitch here for Capon.
Yeah, Capon is he's got hit by the pitch and he walked. So, and when he did get a hold of the ball, let's see. He was called out on strikes in the 2nd inning, got hit by the pitch, and then grounded out to the pitcher, actually. So, Reiter ready. Nice. Whoa! And he gets it Leslie. So, anyway, so Logan Capon called out, and that's going to bring up now Calvin Wimes. And he's got a home run to his credit. was hit by the pitch, and then he hit a home run, and he had a single, and he was hit by the pitch again. He been hit twice? No, that can't be right.
No, has he?
No. No, that's not right. Oh, it was the ground. Oh yeah, he had a ground ball down to third base and was unassisted out. So ball one. This is ball two.
Ooh, that looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yes, it did. And that winning run still standing on second base, Taylor Drake. So ball two is the count right now. And ball three.
Now, if he's playing for the Dukes, Weimer better duck or something.
Yeah, I know. $10.
Doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, I know. It'd probably be about $100 knocked now. So there he walks. So runners now. So Weimer goes down to first on the walk. So we have runners now on first and second. We don't even need the runner on first. We just need the runner on second.
Yeah, winning run.
Ron Terp, the pitcher. So
you can close out this game and check swing. That's going to go through the right side.
Yeah, grounding third, heading for home. Here comes the winning run, and that's it. Taylor Drake comes in, and like Mike said, it was a check swing. He tried to check the swing, but he ended up hitting the bat, and then he just kind of made a little zinger out there into almost a slow roller, but not exactly out into right field. But that was enough as Ron Terp gets the hit. And so that brings it up now to 18-8. The Hilltoppers win this ball game over the Chargers. And like Mike said, a crazy, crazy game.
Yeah, 18-8. Win for the Toppers, and boy, oh boy, and Toppers, they were well in control of this ball game for a while there. It looked like this one was going to be a laugher, and not so much. But able to rally in the fifth and sixth innings and put this one away. But got a little bit hairy there after the Chargers started making a comeback there. Put 4 runs up in the top of the fourth, another one in the top of the fifth to get right back in this ball game. But Toppers able to rally and finally put this one away in 6.
Yeah, and it just, they had a bunch of hits, and boy, I tell you, a grand slam home run by Calvin Weimer in the third, and then another home run by Gus Yeager here in this inning, in the 6th inning. And so anyway, that's Hilltoppers win at 18-8 over the Chargers, and the Hilltoppers now go to 5-0 on the season. Chargers go down to 4-6, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they do. Okay.
All right. So.
All right, Mike.
Solid win for the Toppers here, and Chargers and the Toppers have been playing in baseball they've been playing everything for a while, particularly in baseball. And Chargers usually get the better of that matchup. They're a very, very solid baseball program, have been for a very long time, and got a couple of major leaguers right now to show for it. So they are no slouch, but LA able to pull this one out 18-8 today and move to 5-0. So they're off until Saturday, but big test on Saturday. Doubleheader coming up against the mighty St. Pius Sartans. So,
yes.
And unless I miss my guess, they will be undefeated heading into that ball game as well. So battle of the undefeateds here on Saturday in a pair.
Yes, absolutely. So the final score here is 18-8. The Hilltoppers over the Chargers in a wild ball game, and
an interesting ball game. We certainly had a lot going on. We certainly didn't, wasn't boring by any chance. So anyway, this is Gene Mortensen, and for Mike Mays and for Carol Clark and the Daily Post, the Los Alamos Daily Post, making this broadcast possible. I want to thank Matt Lindback for everything he does, John McHale for all of his help, and Mike, thank you so much for joining in on the broadcast today. And so, have a great tomorrow, everybody, and you can make it even better tomorrow. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin, but the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. Bye-bye, sweetie pie. I love you so very much. Always have and always will. So bye-bye, everybody.